Alright, Magickal One, so it is Friday today. It is day one of crafting fairy-inspired home decor, and there is a few things that I want to prepare for tomorrow because I learned that doing everything in one day is not the best idea, especially if you have to paint something and it has to dry, if you have to glue something and this has to dry. So I really want to prepare everything that I can so I can just enjoy the process of crafting tomorrow, not worrying about time and like finishing everything in time. And there are a few ideas that I really want to try. And then I'm going to redecorate my altar. I will make it more fairy inspired because this is really the energy that I'm incorporating this time of the year, this season. So I just did my spring equinox altar, but I really want to bring in more the element of fairies. And I had so much fun collecting like little snail shells, little things that I found in nature and putting them in teeny tiny glass jars. And I just cannot wait to put everything in my nature cabinet once I did a little makeover of this. So really exciting things happening, and I have just been really enjoying crafting in the evening, like painting or just really doing whatever I wanted to, like especially with the hot glue gun. This is one of my favorite things to do when I'm stressed out. So yeah, really excited for these DIYs, and I will show you what we are working with. Alright, so the first idea that I have is a little magical watering pot, and I saw this on Pinterest and I thought that it is just the cutest idea ever. So I went to the thrift store yesterday and I was looking for like this classical metal watering pot, which I could not find, and I was like, oh no, I really want to do this DIY idea, but I don't want to buy anything new. And then I found a little watering pot, and it is just the cutest thing in the world. Like, let me show you. It is a little watering pot in the shape of an secretary, and if this is not the most fairy-like dark academia thing that you have ever seen, then I don't know. It is so cute, and the idea is that we are kind of using this as the base, and then we will work with a lot of glass pearls that I got from like my grandmother. And when it is hanging on the wall, it looks like these crystals are basically the water pouring out of the watering pot. So I'm not good at describing, but I will probably put a picture, or editing BB will put a picture right here how these will look like. So yeah, really excited to turn this into the most enchanted watering pot that can hang next to my fairy altar. So yeah, I just want everything to look really magical and like you just entered a fairy world. And yeah, really happy with this one. This was like the best find in such a long time. So the next DIY idea that I want to do is a fairy window, and I found these wooden window frames, and the idea is to paint an enchanted and magical like forest or just a magical landscape and glue this painting on the back of this wooden frame. Now I tried thrifting paintings that I could just put at the back of this frame. I was not successful, so I'm going to do the painting on my own. But yeah, so that we have a fairy window, and whenever we want to escape into fairy realm, we can just take a look through this window, and then it's like we are basically in fairy realm. So really excited to, once it is finished, put this next to my work desk and on top of my altar. So I really have this enchanted feeling that I can escape into fairy realm when reality is not as magical as I want it to be. So yeah, really excited for that, and I hope it turns out well because I have to paint like a big landscape, but really excited once it is finished. Alright, so really excited for this DIY idea, and if you watched my last video, I will link it up here, you saw that I found a bunch of these empty snail shells and I was so surprised. I think I found about 10 of these and I have like a bunch of them right here. So I thought, you know what, I want to create an enchanted fairy merry-go-round. So this is kind of the idea. I'm going to make tiny holes in these snail shells. So let's hope that it's going well and they don't break. But yeah, this will turn into a fairy merry-go-round. Really excited. You can put little flowers in here. I will show you how I'm decorating it. But just imagine the fairies like sitting in here and just having the best time of their lives. I also saw people using these kind of snail shells for their fairy garden, but I really want to put it on top of my fairy altar to just invite this enchanted forest energy into my home. So yeah, really excited for this. Wish me luck that we don't break them, because I only have, I think, about 10 and I really want to use all of them because they are just so magical and beautiful. Alright, and the last DIY idea that I really want to share with you in this video is a magical spider web. And the picture that I have in my mind that I want to recreate in my craft is, you know, when you are going outside in the morning and like in spring and summer, there is like fog and mist. And it's just like these little raindrops on a spider web and the sun is hitting these little raindrops and it's just the most magnificent and magical thing ever. So this is the picture that I had in my mind when I thought about this DIY idea. Now we have to create a base that can hold the spider web in quotes, and I have this hazelnut, I think it is, or willow tree. Now I need another piece, like another stick, to kind of create an oval shape that can hold the spider web. So I will see if I can find anything, otherwise I will have to come up with another idea, but I really want to keep the natural element of the stick. So yeah, we will see if we are lucky. And I'm going to use these glass crystals or like glass beads that I received from my grandmother. These are from an old chandelier and I have been waiting to use them in a DIY idea for such a long time. And these are basically working as the little raindrops on the spider web. I think this will really bring this forest or enchanted forest magic into my home. So yeah, these are the ideas that I want to share with you in this video. And now let's prepare everything so tomorrow we can simply finish up the crafts and then decorate our fairy altar. And speaking of fairy-inspired home decor, look what I found, I think 2 weeks ago. And can you imagine that I got this for free? I really love it, but it is quite old. There is a tiny damage right here and the color is blurry or like fading at this point. So I'm thinking about repainting it, and the color I have in mind is a really dark green, and then I could work with some highlights, like for example with the gold leaf that I used in my last video. But let me know if you would paint it or just leave it as it is, because I really think it fits the dreamy fairy-inspired decor or like theme that I want to invite into my home. But yeah, let me know what you would do, if you would paint it or just leave it as it is. Now let's really start preparing. Gassi Bella Gassi. Gassi. Alright, Magickal One, so it's actually the next morning, so good morning. And I thought I'm just sharing with you what I did yesterday when it comes to the crafts. And I told you that there is so much to prepare and that preparation is everything when it comes to crafting. There was not that much to prepare. So I started crafting and I thought I can share you what I did this morning, like right now. And I even nearly finished one of the crafts completely. We have a problem with one of the crafts, but we are trying to fix that. So now let me show you what I did yesterday and what went well, what went not so well. So yeah, let's get into this. Oh, and by the way, I decided to do a little giveaway. So if you want to participate in that, make sure you are watching until the end so you know exactly how you can enter this giveaway. Alright, so let me show you the first DIY idea, and it is the little secretary watering pot. And this is what I meant when I was trying to explain the vision in my head. This is basically the gemstones that I got from my grandmother. They are so precious. And this is what I imagined. It looks like there is water or magical sparks coming out of the watering pot. And let me just tell you that working with these teeny tiny nylon threads is really difficult. I wanted to give up yesterday, but this is what it looks like. I finished 2 of these crystal rows, and actually I wanted to put in more colors, but I was just you know what, we have so much to do. Let's just keep it like this for now. And if I want to change it up, I can always do that. And yeah, this is what it looks like right now. So I want to hang it on the wall. Not sure if I can manage to do this in this vlog, but it should basically hang like this from the wall. And it's just giving Alice in Wonderland vibes, right? It's just, I don't know, so cute. Imagine having this next to your table or your desk, and you're just writing or crafting, and you have this magical secretary watering pot next to it. Just love it, really in love with this idea. And I have to finish up a bunch of these threads, so wish me luck, because this is really I don't know, the teeny tiniest work. So yeah, but I'm sure I will love it in the end much more if everything is finished. So really happy with that, and cannot wait to do other ones, other watering pots with different pearls. But I just love the clean look of this watering pot with these real glass crystals. So yeah, this is the first process update or status update of the DIY ideas. Okay, let's focus. I don't know how that's going with the glasses. By the way, they are fake, but I'm using them as protection when I'm crafting. But yesterday I found a really cool stick for the magical spider web, and I want to cut a little bit from the top of the stick and then put crystals on it. And I want to place it on a wooden plate so that it can actually stand on my altar. By the way, I'm not even sure if I can finish everything up and put these pieces on my fairy altar, but I just want to craft them, and then once they are finished I will make sure to share them with you on the fairy altar. But we are going to redecorate the fairy altar, clean it up at least. But yeah, really cool stick. I think it will look really good if there is crystals on top, so it looks like an enchanted stick. And yeah, let's see how weaving the magical spider web is actually going, because as I just showed you, I did work with this thread yesterday. Not the biggest fan, but we will see how this friend is turning out. Alright, and now let me show you my most favorite idea of all of them. And it is this really cool snail shell mobile, I guess. But I did nearly finish it yesterday because it was so much fun. And I really managed to make perfect holes. I used a machine because I thought I have really strength in my hands, and I'm usually breaking things if it's too fragile. So I was I'm not risking it because I only have this amount of snail shells, and it turned out perfectly. After 2 or 3 snails, I had my technique to weave in the thread, and I think it looks so good. Now I want to decorate the wooden ring up here so it's not showing all of like the plastic thread. And yeah, just really loving it. It makes such a good sound. And the idea is to put little flowers in here. I'm going to buy some flowers after filming this and getting some coffee because I didn't have any this morning. But I wanted to put in some flowers and moss and just, as I said, a fairy wheel, a fairy merry-go-round, and like there should be flowers inside to invite the fairies. Yeah, let me know if you like it or not. It looks really, really magical in my opinion, and it is really interesting to look at the snail shells. Like I found 100 of them. I'm over exaggerating, but I have so many, and it is so interesting to see how the snails change their houses as they grow. So yeah, really, really cute idea in my opinion if you want to witch up and fairy up your home. But this is the current process of the DIY projects. And of course I forgot one idea, and it is the fairy window, the one that I try to not think about because I tried to paint yesterday the landscape. But to be honest, I'm not that good with acrylic colors. Like I am mostly drawing with a pencil and I'm not good with acrylic colors. So it looked really basic, but I really want to feel like I'm watching through a real window. So I'm a little bit worried that I cannot find a proper picture. I'm going to the bookstore, see if I can find any magazines maybe and create like kind of a setting with pictures from a magazine. Maybe I can find an old calendar. I'm not quite sure. I really hope it works out because I really want this DIY idea to be finished today. But yeah, this is like what I'm trying not to think about too much. Tomorrow there is also a flea market, so I'm going to the flea market. Maybe I can find any painting there because I did not find any at the thrift store. So yeah, like just an update on that fairy window. But now with that being said, let's go to the coffee shop and get some coffee, and then let's go to the flower shop, let's get some flowers, and yeah, then let's keep on crafting. Alright, Magickal One, so how do you like my new fairy altar? I really love it, and I just found that working with the fairy energy, with elemental beings and nature is just my way to do witchcraft, and I just don't need a lot anymore. Like, I have a few things that are essentials on my altar, but other than that, I just wanted to be clean and yeah, just represent what really means the most to me. So really love this fairy altar. I will give you a altar tour in an upcoming video because this video is already turning way too long. But yeah, you will get a tour, and like I will tell you my intentions behind decorating it. I know it's not that much different, but I decluttered bits and pieces and I really thought about what I want to include on that altar. So you will get an altar tour in an upcoming video, but let me know how you like it. And also let me know what your favorite crafting idea was. Like, I think all of them are so cute. I will redo the enchanted spider web because I thought when I found that stick that it is perfect. But little did I know that crafting these spider webs works best if you have a circular shape. But in my mind I was like, you know what, the spiders can do this, so I can do it as well. Well, turns out nature is so much better in this kind of stuff, or like the spiders, than I am. So I will have to do another magical spider web and find like 2 sticks that are kind of creating this oval shape that I intended in the beginning. But yeah, I love everything. I really love the watering pot. I love the fairy merry-go-round. Is my favorite thing of all. It looks so magical and beautiful. If you have the chance, and now is really the perfect time, like if you are in the northern hemisphere, in my opinion, to find snail shells, because you can still see them in like the bushes and the meadows. Make sure you collect a bunch of them and craft a fairy merry-go-round. It's so beautiful. I just love looking at it. And yeah, other than that, the fairy window I could not finish because I could not find any picture to put behind. So I will have to finish this in an upcoming video, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah, really enjoyed crafting. I have been crafting throughout the nights to show you everything, but it was so much fun, and I really hope you enjoyed, that it gave you some inspiration, because I always say I'm here to give you inspiration. You probably are better at crafting than I am, but I hope you have some ideas for your own home to invite this magical fairy energy into your home. And I hope I was focused, because my camera just showed that I'm not focused. But now let's talk about the giveaway, because I want to give back to you guys. You always support me, you are always so kind, and because you showed so much love for the fairy runes and the Decor necklace in my last video, I thought that I'm giving away this little set right here to one of you guys. Like, I just really want to say thank you, and I always wanted to do a giveaway, but I was not really sure what I could give back. And now it's like, you really love the fairy runes. I'm so happy about that, because I think they are so cute. The Decor necklace, so cute. It really is the perfect accessory if you are wearing any fairy inspired outfit, or any witch or medieval inspired outfit, really. So yeah, if you want to participate in the giveaway, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and then go over to my Instagram account, and I will put the name right here, because the spelling is a little bit different than my YouTube name. It's also Bibi's Witch Life, but the spelling is different. Follow me on Instagram as well, and then comment under my latest post, under the giveaway post, and you will know which post it is, because it basically shows the fairy runes and the Decor necklace. And just comment down below why you would want to win the Decor necklace and the fairy runes. And that's basically it. That's how you enter the giveaway. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you had fun joining me for a few days. And yeah, we will hang out again next week. So I really hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week, and see you then. Bye bye!